Okay, as promised, doing another video about the Mortal Kombat release date, street date break footage. So technically it's not leaked footage, it's not early footage. Some people in the UK just got the game earlier than everybody else.
My girl's got some gunner shades on. It's a wrap. Who is this person? Does anyone know? Tell me quickly.
Fault was not there, so I am not calling it a leak. But I'm talking about the Jax ending, which is textbook what we used to call problematic. It's not a problem per se in that it doesn't do anything overtly wrong. It's a work of fiction, right? But there are things in it that I can see being issues for a lot of people.
Is this a femcel? Is this what a femcel looks like? Hey. Let me tell you something. Okay. This is what white feminism is about. This is what liberal, capitalist feminism is about. We want more female incels. This is about equality. A lot of people out there will sell you a lie.
I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Will tell you, only men can be school shooters. I shouldn't make that joke. Never mind. In video games. All right, I'm going to move past that. But hey, finally, we got women out there also complaining about SJW culture.
In the ending, again, spoilers, Jax goes back and changes history. Even though Raiden warns him that if he changes too much, he could lose his wife and daughter. But somehow, Jax manages to go back and change history to mean slavery never happened. That's the implication. And yet, he still has his wife and daughter back. Happy ending in an Afrocentric utopia where...
My face when she's never read Hotep's literature. My face when this lady has never actually met any black Israelites. Also, this is called fiction. I don't know if this is shocking for anybody here, but I mean, fiction if you're a non-believing Yakubian devil, of course, and true facts stated. But, it's kind of funny that someone would get upset that this is like getting mad at the fictional nation of Wakanda. Yeah, I can't believe black people would have better technology than the obviously supreme white Western civilization. Meh. Which, by the way, I did get mad at Wakanda for different reasons, but
it seems to be a bunch of black people in a Wakandan type setting.
So she is familiar with Black Panther. Never mind. I wonder what her thoughts are on Black Panther. What is this? How did you do this so quickly? We literally looked at arachno-communism 3.5 seconds ago. And you've already... How? How did you do this? What is wrong with people? It was like an Easter egg in a CD Projekt Red game on my subreddit from
Black
3 minutes
Panther
ago.
and Thor Ragnarok were bad movies because they didn't dismantle the monarchy. Change my mind.
Let's get back to the...
I think there might be one non-black person there. So basically, Jax has created, apparently, a black ethno-state. I shouldn't need to say what's wrong with that. I think it's first and foremost, as a longtime fan of Mortal Kombat, I think that's not Jax. Jax has always been a soldier, an officer. He has served. He has never been racist.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Boot licking in there too? Holy shit. Jax was an officer, a soldier, a proud cog in the imperialist machine. How dare they defile the sanctity of Jack's licking of boots in Mortal Kombat 11 by adding a fictional plot storyline in here to create like a Afrofuturist side story where slavery ended, or worse, God forbid, never existed. Jax loved slavery in previous iterations. Why doesn't he love slavery anymore? Why?
Racist that way. He has never been a we're gonna keep to our own kind type. He's been an overprotective daddy, but he's never seemed bitter in that way. And here's the thing about just getting on the time travel thing. Okay, you can't go back.
Okay, like reverse the roles, reverse the content. This is a fucking femcel. We got one, boys. We got one. If I saw a neckbeard with a receding hairline freaking out, screeching over like a female character, okay? A female character that they called a mommy at some point, like, and hyper focused on like the plot, like, I don't know, the loopholes or whatever in their backstory, we would be making fun of them. So, hey, this is an equal opportunity roasting session. So I'm not going to hold back on my femcel over here.
Back and make it so that slavery never happened, and then keep the people who were the result of slavery happening. We all agree slavery is terrible. I think a lot of people wish that it never happened, but slaves were not immigrants to America. They were forcibly moved to America, and their descendants, their children and their children's children, are native-born Americans. They are not visitors. They are not guests. They are Americans who partake in American culture, and so much of American culture was created by black people that to go back and make this Afrocentric paradise, I know this is awkward, a white chick talking about this, but I know quite a few black Americans who feel...
Is she about to cry? Like, what's going on, dude? This is awesome. Yo, hey, Lyanna K, let people enjoy things. Let people enjoy things. It's a story. It's not real. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is this? What is going? Cancel the internet, dude. What is going on?
Very strongly that they don't want to dress in African costume. They are not African. They are American, damn it. And so they'll do the saggy jeans and the b-boy gear, and they'll buy stuff from, like, you know, Diddy and Jay-Z and Kanye. But that's their culture. They see the African experience as a foreign culture. And I mean, Wakanda itself is not the...
Yikes. They do their EBT cards and their saggy jeans and deadbeat dadism. And that is their culture, damn it. That's their culture. You can't take that from them. What the fuck? What is this, dude? What is this? Does this get worse?
I'm not.
Does this
God.
get worse than... My black friends love Jay-Z while they're sagging their pants, okay? They love it. They love it. And you can't take that away from our African-American friends.
Result of slavery never happening. Wakanda is an African country, fictional, who wasn't affected by slavery, so they became this powerhouse in this fictional universe. And so the whole thing just seems to really not understand the history, how influential black Americans have been and why it matters. I mean, without black people, our music's completely different. Our popular dances are completely different. Our television now is completely different. And none of that happened if they didn't pick themselves up after not just slavery, but Jim Crow and redlining. You know, slavery isn't the only bad thing that America ever did.
Just like imagine crying. I mean, it's like woke, but also still missing the mark by like multiple margins, right? Where she's like, she is not incorrect that like throughout all of that struggle and throughout all that oppression, like beautiful art has come about. But like getting upset at eradicating that in a fictional universe is fucking insane. Like, why would you think these things? Like, what the fuck? This is literally like, well, you know, I really like rap music. Really like rap music. And hey, guess what? If we hadn't bought black people and shipped them off in chattel slavery and forced them to work, we would not have rap music. So sorry, not sorry, Jax. How dare you turn around and take away my rap music away from me? What the fuck?
Black people. And I think that this ending with its Afrocentric twists of someone who is not African, like Wakandans are, but is American, I can see people having a problem with that. Now, I'm not in a place to judge it because, I don't have those sensitivities. I shouldn't say sensitivities. I don't have that lived experience. That's not my story they're telling. But I do know people who feel extremely strongly that it's different up here because our black people in Canada, most of them are immigrants. They came here willingly, whether that was via, the Underground Railroad back in the day, or whether it's, more modern immigrants from places like...
Yeah, where were those immigrants coming from? What were those immigrants escaping? Like, what were... they came here willingly. But the cause of why they came here willingly, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. We have black Canadians in that escaped something. But if we eliminate that thing that they escaped in this like fictional universe, I mean, that's bad because then those black Canadians would not be in Canada.
Like Jamaica or Kenya. Now, of course, black people are in Jamaica because of the slave trade too, but
Kenya,
Somalia, places like that directly from there.
Wait, why is she saying it like that? What the fuck? Keen Star. Kenya. Can I get some Kenya on my salad, please? Kenya.
They don't have the same history of slavery. It's different up here, so you do see the more Afrocentric dress. But down in America, I understand. I've had friends that went down there and they dress the way people dress in Canada, and Americans are like, why are you dressing in that costume? Dress American. And she had to assimilate because of that. She couldn't wear the wooden jewelry or the Afrocentric stuff. There's a real sense of pride in America about black contributions to the American experience.
Bro, that's a fictional story in and of itself. I wonder why Liana K is so liberal when she's using fictional stories about black people. But when anyone else writes fictional stories about black people, she gets disoffended and makes a fucking entire video about it. Shocking. Dress American, damn it, I said to a black man wearing a dashiki. But somehow this was on the black person and not on the person who was correcting another's behavior.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
And this is just so weird to me on that scale. It really seems tone deaf. It seems like, because I mean, let's face it, the development team at NetherRealms is all.
Yeah, it's real tone deaf to make a fictional story in which slavery never happened. But you know what's not tone deaf? Doing a 10-minute video about it while pulling up fake anecdotes that never even actually occurred to say that it's actually good. The racism was bad, but the outcomes of racism, they were very good.
Also, majority white. Perhaps this wasn't the best idea. Like, it really makes Jax out to be kind of scary and evil too. Like, the humility of him just wanting to fix his family, and that's all he really cares about, and he just wants to protect his. I think that's something that everybody can get behind. That seems noble in a working man's kind of way. For him to take that power and fix everything else for everyone else, people who have not been as lucky as him, as he says. Did he ask them if they wanted it changed? Did he ask them if they wanted to dress that way? Did he ask them if he wanted their experience changed or if they just wanted things to be better for them now? No, he didn't, which makes him a tyrant. Because one person of any race cannot decide for that entire race who they want to be. That's the worst kind of collectivism. It wipes out.
Oh, I fucking love this, dude. You know, the real racism is actually ending racism. You know, the real tyrannical behavior here is actually going back in time in a fictional story and eradicating chattel slavery before it ever existed. That's the real racism. That's the real oppression. Just buckle the fuck up, black folks. Let me tell you what it's like.
Individuality. He's telling people what paradise is. He's telling people what's going to make them happy, and everything's better for everyone in this Jackson Briggs's paradise. That's scary. Jax has become a villain. That's scary. Anybody who's read any sort of dystopian anything knows where that goes. Because there always has to be an underclass. There always has to be somebody who's a have-not when you make a particular thing dominant.
Wait, what? So going back in time and changing the course of history is bad because what? She realizes that she would maybe be a have-not? What the fuck is this? I don't understand. Look, an underclass has to exist.
I'm not God.
An underclass.
100 points. Okay, hand, tired face, kissing face with closed eyes.
Thank you, my guy from New York. I love this. I love this video so much. Thank you for whoever sent this video. Thank you so much. It's so good. Look, there has to be an underclass. So sucks to suck, black people. But hey, guess what? You were able to make great art out of that so that I can consume. So, you know, how dare you go back and try to end slavery?
I'm not God.
That's the real
Show the
racism.
Jax ending.
So it's terrifying, and I'm sure people will accuse me of being a racist or appropriating or all that stuff. I've made it pretty clear. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to speak for people. I'm just trying to point out that there is more than one black experience around the world and in America and in specific
And Liana K is going to fucking tell you about that black experience, okay?
cities and in specific neighborhoods. All black people do not want the same things. They do not think the same things. It's not a hive mind. And to think that one man can determine what is going to make an entire people happy, that's not heroism. It's just malignant narcissism. So they kind of ruin Jax, which is really disappointing because Jax, going back, has been one of my favorite recurring characters. I've always really liked him. And I thought...
And now I hate him because he ended racism. I'm Liana K, everybody. This, I thought, was a good video.
His relationship with Jackie in the last game was kind of cool. Like, I liked what they were doing with him, and then they do this. It's depressing, isn't it? That we're at this point. That instead of it just being silly...
It is very depressing. You are correct, Liana K. It is incredibly depressing that people like yourself exist and can even accrue 24,000 subscribers on the internet. It is genuinely depressing. This is the type of shit that makes me a fucking anarcho-primitivist, where I'm like, we should just go back to living in like little communes in the woods and abolish, just completely end science in its entirety. We have to actually work. We have to watch the Jax ending after this because I want to see it. Sorry, it's going to be spoilers. But the fact, it is genuinely depressing that like, this is what we're doing with all of this beautiful technology that's put before us. Man, this is incredible.
This kind of content's being put in, and it's uncomfortable, and it's awkward, and I really wish they hadn't. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll wrap it there, because like I said, trying to keep things to 10 minutes. Help support this channel, become a monthly patron, patreon.com/.
Oh, so she's like a rad femme. Or no? What's up with this girl? Okay, let's watch the fucking... Or no, is she not? I don't know. Here, let's watch the Jax ending.
All I wanted was to fix my life. Now I have the power to fix history. Raiden warns me, I can't fix everything. Change too much and I could lose Vera, lose Jackie. But this power is bigger than us. If I think only about helping myself, what kind of officer am I? What kind of man? I've been lucky. My family and I have lived the American dream. But most people who look like me haven't had that chance. I owe it to them to put things right. And I'm not waiting centuries for people to get woke. when I've got the power to speed things up. I don't get it right the first time, or the second, or even the third, but eventually, I knock it out of the damn park.
Wait, so Jax's future is like Wakanda, where he can have multiple wives? Fuck yeah, dude. What the fuck?
My family's back. The world's a better place for everyone.
Or is one of his daughter? Or is that his daughter? Damn it.
You can have everything. Anyone who says you can't needs to dream bigger.
This is what fucking triggered people? Man. Imagine being white in 2019, dude. Holy shit. Just having this fragile of a sensibility in 2019. What the fuck? That's what I got. That's what gamers got upset at? What the fuck? Dude, I love that these guys preach social Darwinism on the timeline, but like they would literally die if someone sneezed on them if they ever actually stepped outside. If this is the kind of shit that triggers them, like what the fuck, dude? This is madness, dude. It promotes racism, Hasanabi. No, it doesn't, dude. What the fuck? Does Wolfenstein promote Nazism? I fucking love that game.